Hi guys, we're back again, and today we're going to be making a banner for my granddaughter's 7th birthday, and she loves unicorns. And I just used the snowflake label here. I forgot to mention this is on Cricut Design Space, and we are going to be using my Cricut Maker to make this. And this was a project that's already downloaded, so I just pulled the project into mine and I used the setting customize. That way I was able to add the unicorns to it, and I like to change all my colors, as you can see, to white. That way I can use one mat and I can add as many things and change the colors to it. And I will be more specific on that, but I'm kind of short on time today, so right now all I'm going to do is just make the mat. So I went to make it, and it pulled, or make the project, I'm sorry. So as you can see, it pulled up my first mat, and these are the background squares. I guess you could call them squares, I don't know, but it's for a banner. So it looks like it needs to be a little over 11 inches wide and a little over 8 1/4 long. So I'm going to take my mat, and here's my Cricut mat. Remove the cover, and I want to use this pretty shiny paper, but it comes in 8 by 11 3/4. So if you can see here on the tablet, it's a little bit down from the 1 inch mark, okay? So that will take up the distance on the bottom. So when I put it on my mat, I'm going to put it just a little bit down. About right there. That's about 1/4 inch down, okay? Now I'm going to rub it down, and I'm going to show you that my Cricut Maker is right over there. But I'm not going to film it while it's cutting. I'm going to leave it right here. And I'm going to stick this in my machine. Get it ready. I'm going to hit continue. It's going to find my machine. Now it's going to ask me what I'm cutting. And so I'm going to look on here. This is kind of a metallic poster board. It's a heavier weight, so we're going to use this setting, metallic poster board, and it tells me to load my blade and then load my mat and press the load button. So I already have my blade in, so I'm going to hit the load button. You can hear it running. Get it rubbed down very good. There we go. And then hit press go. So I did. It's checking my blade. Make sure I've got the right one in. And now it's going to cut it out. And by moving that down just a hair, it all fit on my paper. Takes it just a second because it's checking its cuts, making sure it's getting all the way through the paper, since a little bit heavier metallic paper. And after this cut's done, I'm going to show you it, and then I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and cut the other ones out so you don't have to wait while all of them cut out, and then I'll be back. Okay, here's what we've got. Pull off the excess. And there is, ooh, that's shiny, huh? Part background of the banner, okay? So, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And as you can see, I have all 6 of those cut out. Now then, for my next mat, I'm going to edit that mat. So this shows me what the mat looks like. And it's got 2 unicorns and 2 snowflakes on it. Now at this point, I could have moved these around, and that way I could have used different colors of paper. But for this project, we're just using a pink because that is my granddaughter's favorite color. So I'm going to close that back up, and then back to asking me what I need. I need to go back up here and change my paper because it's not poster board anymore. Nope, wrong one. Less. It's less than poster board, so we don't need the poster board. All right, I'll be right back after I get all the snowflakes and unicorns cut out. Okay, guys, I'm back. I cut out 3 unicorns and 3 snowflakes. So we're ready for the next step, which is another piece of the banner. You can see on here. And it's a little bit larger than the last one, and I did it backwards, but I'm going to show you how you can fix it when you mess up, okay? So the next one I'm going to do are going to be polka dotted, and I'm going to do 6 of those. So hold on, I'm going to get those done, and then we're going to put it together. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm going to hit finish. I've got all my cutting done. Okay, so now that I've got all the pieces, and you can see here I've got all the pieces, my next thing I need to do is I need to cut out her name. So I'm going to open a new project. So I have a blank screen. I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to type in her name, and I want it to be all caps. No, just her first. P-A-Y-T-O-N. Okay, got her name. Now I can go up here to this little area here where it says font, and I can see if that's the font I want, and I can choose from all these different fonts. Some of these fonts are from my computer, some of them are from Cricut itself. There's a very large array of fonts on here, and there's also fonts on here that you can buy. So if you're not willing to buy a font, be careful and look when you're picking it out that there's not a price on it. Let's see what this one looks like. And then it's going to put it on here. That's pretty cool. She'd probably like that one. Okay, so we're going to go with this. So, I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to enlarge it. Whoops. Well, okay, now I'm going to enlarge it. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to open this up because I don't use it this way very often. I can unplug this. I'm not using that right now. I'm sorry if it's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to have to use my keyboard because that's what I'm used to using. Okay, so I'm going to click on it like so. And then I'm going to come down here. Whoops. And I'm going to enlarge it. Now, it doesn't have to stay proportioned, so I'm going to, this little lock, I'm going to unlock it. That way I can make it taller, skinnier, whatever I want. So see, I can even move it down this way. Now then, I want this to go onto the banner. And I want it to be, that looks like about 4 inches, don't you think? So that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to get this, and I'll move it over a little bit so I can see. And I'm going to start right here at that line, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that it's pretty close to 4 inches. That looks pretty good, but it's only, looks like it's only about 1 inch wide. And you see there's a lot of real estate here, so I'm going to make it a little wider. I think that looks really good. That says that this size is, it says it's too wide, see? It's over 12 inches wide. So if I hit make it now, it's going to tell me it's too large for the mat, right? So here's how you do that. I want them cut out individually. It doesn't need to be in the group. So I'm going to ungroup them, okay? So now they're individuals. See, I can move just one at a time, okay? So now I'm going to go to make it. And you see how it's just laid it out on there. Now, I'm going to make it all black, so the way it's laid out is just fine. So bear with me, and I'll be right back after I cut the letters out. Okay, guys, I'm back. As you can see, I went and picked out a font that it's not attached. It's put together by pieces. So I'm going to get the banner all ready before I take the pieces off here. That way I know where they go. So I'm going to leave them attached to this. And I'm going to come over here, and I know I want the first one to be purple. And so I have two different goals. I have a flower pattern and kind of a chevron pattern. I only have two of the chevrons, so I'll have to decide where to put them. I may put them at the first. So I'm going to put it here, like so. And then I have three of each. So I think I'm going to start out with a snowflake, like so. And then I'm going to put a P on it for Peyton. So I'm going to pull the P off of here. And it's going to go like this. Like this. Okay? Just like that. And that will be our first piece of the banner. Okay? So I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to start the gluing process. Any kind of wet glue will work. I'm using Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. Something happened to my glues. I think they got frozen in the store and they weren't working, so I went back to my Aleene's. Okay, so that first things first, just going to kind of center it on what looks the best. Now remember, this is a banner, so it's not got to be perfect, and it's handmade. So I'm just going to put a little dots of glue, just kind of dot it around. It sticks really well, so you're not going to need an overabundance of it. Just kind of dot it on. It's going to be hanging up. It's not going to be being messed with, so it'll be fine. Just like so. Put it in the middle. What you think looks like the middle. Press it down. All right, now I'm going to glue on the P. Just like so. Just like so. Alright, there is our first piece of the banner. Okay? Just that simple. Now, for my next one, I think I'm going to use green. And I'm going to use the flowery one. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Kind of going to go in a pattern, so after the first one, I pretty well know what I'm doing on which one goes where. And since I put the snowflake on the first one, I'm going to put the unicorn on the next one. And again, it's not going to be messed with, so just lightly put on your glue. Make sure you get some on the horn, around the edges and on the hooves, and stand him up right there. Just like so. Now the next letter on her name is A, so I'm going to put the A on next. Use the big piece first. Like so. Pay attention when you pick these pieces up so you'll know where they go when you lay them down. Like so. That one goes there. Alright, there's the second one. Alright, for the third one, I think I'll use this pretty yellow. And I'm using the flowery one. Very simple. Just lay it on top. You're just layering. Going back to the snowflake since I used the unicorn on the last one. Remember, just tap it with some glue. You don't have to put a lot on. Put it in the middle the best you can. You don't have to measure. That looks good. The next letter in her name is a Y. So I'm gonna lay the Y on here because it looks kind of funny until you get it lined up. So let me see if I can get it lined up before I glue it down. I think it goes like this. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting looking Y. I don't know. I don't know if my 7-year-old granddaughter can tell it's a Y or not. I hope so. If not, she's going to inform me, I'm sure. She'll say, Meemaw, that's not a Y. There's the Y. And let's use the blue next. These are just random colors I picked out, nothing specific. All I knew was she loves unicorns and rainbows, so I tried to pick out kind of rainbow color, but I'm not necessarily putting the colors in rainbow order. I'm putting the darker colors next to the lighter colors. Now, do I want him like this? Yeah, I do. Okay, we're going to have them all facing the same way. Make it easier that way. So lay it on here. Press it down. Just like that. Now our next letter is a T. And it's very easy to put on. It's all one piece, so shouldn't have any trouble putting it on. There's the T. Just like so. Now we're going to use the orange. And we're going to use the last flowery piece. Get it on here straight. Or as straight as I think it looks. Okay, we just did the unicorn, so we're going to do another snowflake. Just like so. Sit down. Next letter is an O. It's an unusual shaped letter also. I don't know that my granddaughter's going to think I did so good on picking out what font. She may inform me those aren't very good letters, but that's all right. Oh, and now for our last one, we're going to use purple again, and we're going to use the chevron looking one again. Like so. We're going to use our last unicorn. I think I'll make him go the other way. It's the same color on both sides, so no big deal. Just turn him over. And he's going to be pointing that way. Something different. There we go. And our last letter of my granddaughter's name is an N. So I'm going to put my N on. And it is in 2 pieces also. Just like so. So, that gives you an idea. There's the O and the N. T-O-N. Okay? And when I get it all complete and hung up, I will make sure that I get a picture of it for you, and I will post a picture on YouTube, and I will also post a picture on my Facebook page. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.